Mandalorian Season 3 rolls on. And the newest episode, episode 4, dropped last night for us, for some of you very, very early this morning. And the new episode came out. Now, we talked the other day about the unfortunate fact that the ratings for The Mandalorian have been dropping. We talked about the fact that the season premiere rating numbers were down 25% from the season premiere of season 2. And that the latest episode, episode 3, is the lowest rated episode in the series lifetime. Not just season 4 or season 3, but also season 2, season 1 was the lowest rated one. So the ratings for Mandalorian are struggling a little bit. I mean, that's just a factual thing. It's not an opinion. It's just a factual thing. So the new episode came out last night. And I had one of my viewers write to me before I wrote it, said, John, did you see without credits, the new episode is 25 minutes. I'm like, oh God, here we go. Because you know me, I am traditionally frustrated with these super short episodes, but whatever, be that as it may. So I'm going to say this. There were certain things about the episode last night that I really found dumb. And a couple of things about the episode that I thought were really quite great. And while I am going to have a full open spoiler discussion after show about Mandalorian season 3 episode 4 a little bit later this afternoon, keep your guys' eyes open for that. I am going to have to, I'm sorry about this, but I'm going to have to talk about a few spoiler details about last night's episode. So Jonathan, let's bring up that spoiler alarm. As long as the spoiler alarm is up, guys, if you haven't seen the new episode or if you care, go ahead and mute your computer while I'm talking. And then when this spoiler alert comes down, you can unmute it. Okay?
I'll just mute us.
What's that?
I'll just mute us.
Oh, yeah. You can just mute
You can talk to us.
So let me talk about one thing that I thought was outstanding. And it's not because I sort of called it. You guys might remember a week or two ago, on this show, a question came in, who do we think is going to be the one that saved Grogu from the Jedi Temple? And I said, you know what? Damn it, I hate saying this, but I think it might be Jar Jar Binks. Well, it kind of was Jar Jar Binks, because we found out that it was actor Ahmed Best playing a Jedi character who, he played this Jedi character back in the early 2000s on a kids game show. And with the Jedi's name was the same name and everything. He was a Jedi Academy instructor. And so they decided to go and get Ahmed Best, who of course was the motion capture and the voice artist behind Jar Jar Binks, and bring him in, reprising his character from that kids game show, giving him the same name as ultimately the one that saved baby Grogu. And I got to tell you what. Now look, I hate the Jar Jar Binks character. But I've always thought it shameful the way Ahmed Best as an individual, as an artist, was treated. He was trying to bring a character to life under the direction of George Lucas, who told him to act and say certain things.
Exactly what they asked him to do.
Yeah, he did. Ahmed Best did exactly what they asked him to do. And you know what? If they asked him to do that, he did it damn well. Mm-hmm. I just hated what they asked him to do. But that was never Ahmed Best's fault. And the abuse and the whatever that he took at that time is shameful. Like absolutely shameful. And I loved seeing that he was back. Loved it. And the fact that they decided to go all the way back and pull it out of an old kids game show character, I thought was even better. The whole thing, we'll go more into detail about the whole thing about, her gaining her standing now with the Mandalorians, Bo-Katan getting her standing and the heroics and all that kind of stuff. I really love the Paz Vizsla character, Paz Vizsla. I love that character and I love him more and more all the time. But I do have to point out something that really was so dumb. And this is all coming down to the writing. So in the episode, they're all hanging out on the beach. The same beach, a big sea monster came out and attacked all of them and killed a few of them. And they're just all hanging out there. No lifeguard tower, no nothing, no early alarms. And again, a big monster comes flying down, a different monster this time, and grabs one of the younglings, one of the foundlings, one of the young Mandalorians, and flies them away. It's like, really? This is twice now in a very short period of time that they have seemed to have these monster attack problems. You'd think they'd maybe have developed some defenses for this. No, apparently not. Only then to find out it's a bigger problem than we even know. Because they start chasing the thing and their jetpacks run out of fuel and they land, to which Paz Vizsla says, it got away. They always get away. I'm like, so this has happened many times. Many times. We just hang out on the beach. This giant thing comes down, grabs our younglings and flies away, and they always get away. So,
I mean, they built the Death Star with 2 self-destruct buttons. There's not a lot of logic in this world sometimes.
So they're like, they got away. I'm like, oh, all right. They got away. So then Bo-Katan chases it with her ship. Okay. Do the Mandalorians how do the Mandalorians get to this planet? Do they not have a car? They have no car. They have no ship. So every time it happens, they all chase it with their jetpacks, knowing that they're never going to catch it and their jetpacks run out of fuel because, as Paz Vizsla said, it happens every time. Well, don't you have a ship? Like, maybe if you know you're not going to catch it in your jetpacks, maybe. And here's the thing. If they get away with your younglings every time, Paz Vizsla says, no, don't shoot at it. You might kill the youngling. Well, if they always get away 100% of the time, maybe you might want to take a chance at shooting the damn bird. Maybe, because it seems like the alternative is 100% chance that the bird gets away and your younglings die. Okay. Then it gets dumber. Because Bo-Katan, I never tell you the definition of insanity, because then Bo-Katan comes back and says, I found where they kept it, where the bird's nest is. But we got to approach it with stealth, okay? And they're getting ready to climb the rocks, and Paz Vizsla again says, don't let it see you, because if it sees you, when they see you, they kill the younglings. I'm like, wait a minute. Didn't you just say you've never caught up to it before and you've never known its nest was here in the first place? And now you're telling us what happens when the bird sees you approaching its nest?
They're babies.
That makes no sense. But here's the biggest problem.
Chat GPT, baby.
Chat GPT writing them Mandalorian scripts. Here's the biggest problem, though. A full 24 hours has passed since the bird monster took the kid. A full 24 hours. That kid, number one, I don't know if you watch any nature documentaries about birds of prey. Once they catch something and get it to its nest, they rip it apart and eat it. So they let a full 24 hours pass, never considering that maybe the kid's dead already. And only then, after 24 hours, the big monster bird comes back to the nest, leans over, and regurgitates up the Mandalorian kid.
Nice.
So wait. Bo-Katan said it already went back to the nest yesterday. It just decided to keep the Mandalorian kid in its stomach, dissolving in its stomach acids. And then it just decided to wait for another, 20 hours before spitting. I mean, it's just these little things that in a show makes me go, what? Did nobody proofread this script? I don't know. So anyway, that aside, the Mandalorian stuff was great. The baby Grogu stuff was great. Finally getting a little bit of the flashback, seeing the armorer give Grogu its own little piece of armor, seeing Bo-Katan finally kind of embracing the Mandalorian way and now talking to the armorer about seeing the mythosaur. All that was great. So yeah, to me, it was a little bit of a mixed bag. There was some really bad writing with the whole thing with the bird, but at the same time, some really, really cool stuff in it. So yeah, so that was the episode of The Mandalorian. Ray, you saw it twice.
Yeah.
Just generally, did you like the episode?
That didn't sound like anything I watched. Maybe I didn't watch it.
Was there a bird in this one?
No. Now that you went over that, now it seems so dumb.
Now that you mention it.
But I actually liked it.
I mean, at the end of the day, I liked it too. There's some really good stuff in it.
There's some cool stuff that they did. I guess I'd like to look at the stuff I like more than what was.
Look at the bright side.
Yeah. So
nothing wrong with looking at the bright side.
I liked seeing all the different types of Mandalorians, I guess.
Yeah.
And they were out of their environment from what I'm used to, climbing the rocks. I don't know. I was working at the same time I was watching it.
That's why you watch it twice.
So I need to watch it again. But yeah, that sounds really dumb what you just described. So
I mean, that'd be 3 more times than Avatar.
So, yeah. Anyway, we will discuss it full and in detail. And we'll take your questions at our Mandalorian open spoiler after show. What's that?
oh no, I thought Taylor watched. Maybe he. Maybe no, never mind. Go ahead.
Well,
It's your show.
Did you enjoy it, Taylor?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I liked seeing Big Bird.
The Big Bird was cool. Yep.
Never mind. I'll never throw
So glad we
it to you.
I'll never throw it.
You are
Never
not
throw it to
going
Taylor
be thrown
again.
to no more.
All right, guys. Come on back and join me a little bit later this afternoon. We'll do a full open spoiler discussion talking about The Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 4. I hope you guys will come by and join me for that. Guys, we want to thank a sponsor of this video, Rocket Money. The average person has around 12 paid subscriptions. Think about that. If you think you're only subscribed to a handful of services, you might want to double check. With Rocket Money, you can quickly identify and cancel all of your unwanted subscriptions. Rocket Money, formerly known as Truebill, is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitor your spending, and helps you lower your bills all in one place. Rocket Money will quickly and easily identify your subscriptions for you so you can stop paying for the ones you don't want and don't even use. Simply find the subscription you don't want and press cancel, and Rocket Money will cancel it for you. No more long hold times with customer service or tedious emailing back and forth. Rocket Money makes canceling subscriptions as easy as the click of a button. My wife Ann and I moved out of Burbank 2 years ago, and one of the first things I discovered when I loaded up Rocket Money was that I was still paying for a gym membership I haven't even been to in Burbank in 2 years. So stop throwing away your money. Cancel unwanted subscriptions and manage your expenses the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/Campea. That's rocketmoney.com/Campea. rocketmoney.com/Campea.